Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today I'll be reacting to the Smithereens for the very first time. This is a group that I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm happy to check them out today. We'll be checking out two songs off of their Especially For You record. The first is Blood and Roses. The second is Strangers When We Meet. So I'm going to go into this one fairly blind. The only piece of information I really know about this group is that they kind of sort of sound a bit like the Beatles. And, for me, that doesn't say too much because I haven't listened to a whole lot of Beatles in my life. I did, I think, one or maybe two reactions early on in this channel's history, but I'm excited to hear these tracks nonetheless. But before we jump in, a big, big thank you goes to Frank, whose generous support and requests made this reaction possible. Thank you so much. And now, let's jump in. A bassy start. Yeah. That makes sense to me. I'm down for this.
It was long ago. Seems like yesterday. Saw you standing in the rain. Then I heard you say, I want to love but it comes out wrong. I want to live but I don't belong.
I hear a shaker.
I close my eyes and I see blood and roses.
It's a very rock forward sound.
Well, flowers in the springtime. October we were wed.
It feels like super groove based, super feel based, and we are just in this consistent tempo. It's like a, I guess, low to mid tempo song, I would say.
Winter time,
I would say mid tempo.
the blood ran cold, and she said, I want to love, but it comes out wrong. I want to live, but I don't belong. I close my eyes and I see blood and roses.
I love that riff. It's so simple, but it works. Oh yeah, I like this. I like when the bass is just isolated like this. Ooh. That's a huge guitar sound. Wow, again, the dropout. Really love how they drop it out like that.
It was long ago. Seems like yesterday.
I'm super behind this song for sure.
Saw you standing in the
Very
rain.
bassy and groovy.
Then I heard you say, I need your love, but it comes out wrong. I try to live, but I don't belong. I close my eyes and I see blood and roses. Blood and roses. Blood and roses. Blood and roses.
Oh, we're going for the fade out, okay. The fade out works. That's cool. I was watching, if you guys follow him on YouTube, his name is Rick Beato. He's a really just well-known, smart, I believe music producer and guitarist. And he had this commentary. He talked about or at least he answered a viewer's question about why did bands start, slowly fading out their songs, and whether or not that was a good practice, whether or not he liked it. Rick is somebody who I massively respect. I think he's super knowledgeable. And he even said he likes the fade outs. For me, they can be hit or miss depending on how the song went in its totality, but it's never the thing that like makes or breaks a song. If the song was already good, then the fade out, it's acceptable. If the song wasn't, up to par or wasn't my own preference, then the fade out can feel lazy. So I don't know. The way I look at the fade out is it's a bit like an application problem. Whatever the surrounding context is how your perception of the fade out will manifest. That's all very technical mumbo jumbo garbage just to say that I like the fade out in that song. We had a really groovy bass line, a fun guitar riff, and just consistent energy throughout this track. So pretty fun. I'm excited to hear the next one, Strangers When We Meet. But first, if you are enjoying my reaction, hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to request a reaction yourself, hit the link in the description box below. It's the best way to support the work I do over here. And now it's time for Strangers When We Meet. Let's go. Wow. It's already different. Less emphasis on the bass. Oh, but I like the vocal melody. Why does it sound so familiar to me? This melody, da 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 da. That I feel like I've heard that melody before, but I can't place my finger on where. I like the strumming pattern here. Simple, gets the job done. And these nice chorusy vocals. I really like this pre-chorus. Or I guess chorus? I can't tell now. Huh. Wow, it's very subtle. I think I heard it in the post-chorus, in the first post-chorus, and I'm hearing it again now. There is a slight vocal layer that's like hidden all the way in the mix here. If you listen to this section, I'll try to point it out. Right there. There's another voicing embedded. You hear the voicing layer again. This is a higher tempo song, I feel like. Mid to high. That is so cool. The emphasis of the bass comes at the end of this. I like that. Dum, 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 dum. Oh yeah, this is winning me over. Really liking both of these. Yeah, this is just good rock music. Totally down for it. Oof. I'm a fan. That's really cool. I feel like all of the instruments got their time to shine across these two tracks. Definitely in the first track, Blood and Roses, the bass was a standout for me, and that really catchy guitar riff throughout. I think the vocal melody was a little bit, let's say, stagnant in the first track, but in comparison to the second track here, Strangers When We Meet, I feel like the vocal melody really just added a lot of dynamic twists and turns. It was, more complicated, I would say, and also just very pleasant to listen to. And that in concert with these cool drum fills, the interesting bass addition towards the end, or at least more salient addition, with the catchiness of the guitar and all of this just cool like vibe, makes me a fan of this group already. It definitely feels like to me, once they've like selected a tempo at the beginning of their track, that they are going to stick with that tempo throughout. So even in those sections where the drum is going, the tempo isn't changing, but he's still able to fill that space with something interesting that, allows the song to feel that variety. Otherwise, you may presume this group to be very, let's say, one-dimensional or monotonous, but that isn't the case at all. They create a very catchy riff, a catchy hook, and they can loop on those sections, but interspersed throughout the entire track are these moments of excellence from everybody, making this song pop even more. Now I'm curious. I'm going to do a quick Google-roo. I don't know why I've been saying that lately. A quick Google-roo. Quick Google search. Let's take a look at the Smithereens. Let's learn a little bit more about this group. Wikipedia is our best friend and nemesis at times. The Smithereens are an American rock band from New Jersey, Carteret. The group formed in the 80s with members Pat Denizio, vocals and guitar, Jim Babjak, guitars and vocals. So we have two vocal and guitarists. I see. That's not something I would have been able to tell just by listening. Mike Messaros, bass guitar and vocals, and Dennis Dykin, drums and percussion. This original lineup continued until 2006, when Messaros left the band and Severo, these are really interesting names, Severo Jornasian, I don't even know what culture that might be from, took over on bass guitar until Messaros' return in 2016. After Denizio died, oh no, rest in peace, the band continued performing live shows as a trio, Babjak, Messaros, and Dykin, with various guest vocalists. The band had a string of hits in the late 1980s to the mid-1990s, including Only a Memory, A Girl Like You, and Too Much Passion. The Smithereens have collaborated with numerous musicians both in the studio and live. Of these names, I'm only roughly familiar with Lou Reed. Otherwise, I don't know any of these four here. And I don't know any of these three here. Wow. The band named themselves after a favorite word of cartoon character Yosemite Sam, the Smithereens. That's a fun fact. I didn't know Yosemite Sam. Oh, I guess I don't know much about Yosemite Sam at all, now that I think about it. I'm sure if I heard the clip of the Smithereens being said, blow this thing to smithereens, something like that, that I would remember. I don't know. It's an interesting group. I'm definitely curious to hear more. If you guys would be down to send some requests my way for the Smithereens or any of these other artists too that are tangentially related. I really like the energy in this band, and I'd be curious to hear more if they have other styles that they delve into, maybe an acoustic. The world is limitless. I'm sure there's many things that I'm unaware of that they also take part in. But yeah, either way, this was a fun one. I hope you all enjoyed the reaction today. Subscribe if you did, and again, if you'd like to request one yourself, hit the link down below. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.